What up, Wichita? Welcome to the Wichita Dinner Table, sponsored by Landmark Commercial Real Estate. Over the years, Landmark has successfully carved its niche, growing to become one of the largest commercial real estate companies in Kansas. They do leasing, sales development, investment, and property management. Check them out at landmarkrealestate.net. All right, tonight is Wednesday, April 30th. I'm your host, Eddie, and back for another round, we have DJ Carbon.
What is good, Wichita? How y'all doing?
We got Troy Trussell with Live Local.
What's up, Wichita?
We got Annette Lawless.
Hello, Wichita.
Multi-Emmy award winning, by the way.
Gosh.
And we have everyone's favorite, cheerful, happy co-host. We got the Kansas Gastronomist.
Hey.
Yay!
All right, this week's weekly swag. My favorite, Taco Tico. So
yeah.
Over the past few days, I was sharing on Facebook my favorite fast food taco places. I feel like people really hang a lot of crap on fast food tacos. It's like they're not authentic enough. They're not, the real deal.
They're
but
so
I don't
good.
care. Like, it's not beneath me at all. So my favorite fast food taco options, number 3 is Taco Prano. Number 2 is Taco Shop. And number 1, we got the Tico. There's 2 locations in Wichita, 13th and Tyler, and Rock between K96 and 37th Street.
Well,
what's
I
your
am not the
favorite?
Taco Tico fan, but I will say that is the one must stop. Every time my sister-in-law comes to visit, a Taco Tico stop is happening. That's a staple. Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh. I love it.
I love Taco Tico, and I am not a taco shop fan.
Oh,
I like Taco Shop.
a lot of people
Stop.
do. That's
I like Pronto's probably my favorite. I like a good taco shop though. Taco Tico is up there as well. I mean,
yeah, it's like Taco Rio.
Taco Rio is pretty good. That's the place down on Douglas.
Douglas and Seneca.
Yeah. Delano. Yep.
Why do you Tico? Why do you like it?
Why do
Green
I
chili
like Tico?
sauce, the
Yeah.
meat.
Oh yeah. You guys.
Back in the
Okay.
day, a lot of it's, I wouldn't say a lot of it, but some of it's also nostalgia. Because, back in grade school and high school, it was like right by the schools that we go to. When I was at Wichita State, it was nonstop lunch for me. That and
Yeah,
Popeyes.
I agree with the nostalgia for sure. I mean that's true of any restaurant. We all have different experiences, but I don't know, but I feel like when I go to, like, for example, Taco Bell, I feel gross.
Aw.
When I leave.
Come
Are you a
on.
Taco Bell
Dude, I'm
fan?
with you.
I
on
like
that.
Taco Bell too. I mean, I probably, like, if I'm on a work road trip, I probably do grab some Taco Bell. And it's just, I mean, that $5 like little whatever the box is or whatever, it has all the things I need in it. And I can get my burrito grilled. I enjoy this. So
Would
I got
you
the app.
pick Taco Bell as far as, like, you're on the road, fast food, you need to get something quick? If it's would you do a Taco Bell, or would you do like a burger place, like a Burger King, a McDonald's, whatever? Like, which would you
Not
do?
McDonald's. McDonald's is here. Taco Bell is higher. I do like I'll get like a Spangles or sometimes a Burger King, but it's just I don't know. I mean, I know it's not healthier, but it feels better than a bunch of French fries. That's just me. Whatever.
Has anybody had the Taco Bell
Yeah.
breakfast?
Yes,
No.
and it's
So,
good.
yes.
It's good
Like,
stuff.
I hang a lot
Oh
of
my gosh,
crap
the
on Taco Bell.
cheese. It's so good.
And the hash browns with the hot sauce on top. I'm telling you, Troy, TKG Carbon, if you have not tried Taco Bell breakfast, give it a try at least once. I'm telling you.
I used to, when I worked at Cake, like Taco Bell's not that far away, and so I would get like the egg and potato breakfast burrito, and they put like kind of pico de gallo in there. They do the nacho cheese in there. It hits. It's good. They grill that sucker. Delicious.
Can you get it all day, or is it
Just
just
some more
till
till I think
11?
10 or something, like 10 or 11 or something like that.
Lame. Yeah.
That'll require me to be up for breakfast hours, and that's not a
Yeah.
common occurrence for me.
That's not a DJ Carbon deal.
That's right.
He's out. That's okay.
All right.
But anyway,
this past week, anybody check anything? I know, like this past week, I ran into ran into TKG over at Express Kitchen. It's
Oh
How
yeah.
was
Natasha's
it? Did
new.
you love it? Oh my gosh. It looks
So it's a
good.
whole new reimagined, quicker, more convenient, build your own bowl style restaurant. A lot of the same, I would say love and affection that Natasha put in her food is at Express Kitchen. The only thing
Hmm.
missing that I like is I love her like very hearty meals, like the beef stroganoff, steak Diane. I missed it so much that I went to Express Kitchen on, was it Monday or Tuesday? And then I went
Monday.
to the
Yep.
kitchen on Saturday. So I had kitchen food twice this week.
Do you
Heard.
think she planned it like that? She's like, I'm gonna make them miss the other stuff.
I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, for the viewers that haven't been, it's like a Chipotle, but you pick your vessel. You get a bowl, or you get a wrap, or you get what's the
Salad.
third option?
Salad.
Salad. Yeah. No wonder I forgot.
Yeah, I know you don't like those,
What did
especially
you guys
taco
That
get?
really
ones.
isn't an
What'd you
option.
get? What'd you get? What was
I
good?
I got a bowl. I just did so it's like a Chipotle if you want. They do make the bowl, a lot of the bowls that they're known for. For example, you could go up and just say, "Hey, I want the Yum Yum bowl,"
Hmm.
or you can just build your own. So I just build my own, and I can't
Nice.
remember exactly what I got, but the chips that the corn chips that are homemade with
Hmm.
the homemade salsas really hit. They were
Yeah.
excellent.
I love
Yeah.
those wonton chips.
Oh yeah.
Those were
Dang.
great. Those were
Ah.
with that mossy sauce. Yeah, I was. Oof.
Mm.
It was good.
And also checked
So
out Shop and Grab too over the weekend. It was their 5th anniversary event over at
Yes.
Exploration Place. My gosh, it was probably the busiest I've ever seen Shop and Grab. Just
No kidding.
people of all ages stopping by. The weather was pretty good. I mean, it started to sprinkle around 3 or 4 o'clock, but up until then, I brought my daughter out there. She got to do some shopping, pick out some charms for her Crocs or whatever. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah.
Oh
don't,
That's a
yeah,
thing.
oh
I
yeah,
don't
you got
get
to get
that.
those.
That's
I don't get it. Do your kids do that stuff?
Man, mine used to.
kinda.
Yeah, you
I
just
mean,
load them up with all their favorite things.
you never put stickers on stuff. It's the equivalent of that, but for your shoes. You never put stickers on a notebook. Come on, man.
No,
Can't hate on some charms on your Crocs.
it's, it's vandalism.
Eddie, I went this past Saturday to the Kansas grown farmers market, which
Oh.
I call the Western Wichita Farmers Market.
Okay.
And it was actually my first time going there. I've been to the Old Town Farm and Art Market like a ton of times.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
But I thought it was pretty good. It's definitely different. Like it's worth checking out both.
Mm.
Um, one thing that I didn't like about it is there wasn't a lot of eating their food options. So there was like
Mm.
three vendors, and really only one with like lunch food options, and then like a coffee vendor.
Yeah.
But it did seem like there was more fresh ranch beef,
Mm.
kind of almost more farm in the farmers market,
More produce and stuff.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
more
it
produce.
seemed
ton
like.
more produce out west. Yeah,
But anyway, it was fun. I checked out several different vendors. Checked out Sarah Jane's.
Oh, that's a great
Uh,
option.
yeah, she I got some salsas, but she also does pre-made meals, and
Really?
so I got like a
Mm.
taco. Speaking of tacos, but like I got a taco casserole, and also got some breakfast burritos. So
Nice.
Annette, did
That's
you do anything?
cool.
Do anything pretty cool?
Yeah, the weather didn't discourage us on Saturday when it got all soggy and everything. We went to go to a Wichita Windsurge game. So it was fun.
Oh,
My husband, a bunch of his coworkers went out. And so we took the kids and it was a blast. It was dry enough by the time we got out there. But I love like, there's a ton of giveaways with the Windsurge. I feel like they're kind of amping up things just to recruit people, get them to go and check out the ballpark. And they have these really cute beanies that everyone had. And it was fun. So our kids making those memories is always important. And we hope to go to many more games. So that was
Was
a
it
blast.
was it the Wind Surge or was it the
They were
Tumba
the
Bacchus?
yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
it was their
Tuba Vacas.
their
yeah,
other
Tuba Vacas.
personality.
yeah.
Yes. And so that was really fun too because we got to they celebrate a little bit more culture on those
Hmm.
days. And
Yeah,
so that
for
was
sure.
really fun to see the dancing and all sorts of stuff. They brought in different groups and just you got to enjoy another perspective of the Wind Surge. So
What
we
was
love
their
that.
name? What was their name?
It's like Tumba's Bacchus, I
Tuba
believe.
Vacas.
There
Yep.
we go. Sorry, this is horrible. Do not ask me, I guess, but it's really neat. So I love that, and it's kind of fun. I'm sure for like minor league teams, anything to help sell more
More
product
merch.
and
Yep.
get
Yeah.
people, I mean, hey, they got to do what they do, and the crowd eats it up as well. So
For sure.
that's fine.
Because what do they
Yeah.
have? They have the Tuba Vacas and they also have the Turbo Tubs, right? Is there
Yep.
any others, or is it just the three at this point?
Do
I'm
they
sure.
have like one like that's like more like superhero themed, or was this just a superhero themed night? I swear they have something else too, but
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
trying to
not top
remember.
of mind. Not top
I'm,
of mind, but it's
but
cool.
yeah, like you said, every minor league team, every year or two, here's a new alternate, here's a new
Yeah.
merch to purchase, new swag. Let's make it
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I will say I tried like I like to try different stuff every time we go there and like I tried they have theirs like with taco stand and it was delicious and $10 you got 3 tacos. It was a huge deal and I was just like this is great. I'm like I'll probably get this every time I go back. So very satisfied customer.
Is that
Last
just
year,
the
hmm
is that just the taco stand? Like it's
It's by
the
guest
ballpark?
services, and it was great. So and I think they have that there. They have like nachos, tacos, and whatever, and they loaded it up, and I was like, keep it coming, keep it coming. Yeah.
so real quick, they've also used the name Monrovians before,
There we
and then
go. Right.
last year for one weekend session they did the Wichita chili buns.
Chili
Yes.
It
buns.
was in
Yeah.
honor. It was in honor of chili and cinnamon rolls,
And they
Huh.
make a good
and
one.
they
So
even had the
yeah.
hats. Their hats had a bowl of chili with a cinnamon roll in it.
I remember that. Yes, that was
That's
very
awesome.
buzzworthy. I felt offended by the concept, but I remember it.
I mean,
You
Embrace it
just
then.
it's
Embrace
not a
it.
dinner table episode with a mention of cinnamon rolls
Oh gosh.
That's
or
right.
Troy.
I mean, I make them, but Lord,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
guys.
It's a whole identity.
well, hey, speaking of cinnamon rolls, our buddy Troy went and got a cinnamon roll.
That's
Big
right. I
surprise.
did.
And I know that because he tagged me.
Oh,
Yes, I did. I
Tell
had
us
to
how
go
you
get the
feel.
crime brulee before she locked it up again.
oh,
So I got one last crime brulee cinnamon roll. It was delicious.
Crime brulee.
I
That's
saw that
genius.
photo of you. You looked really good behind bars.
Yeah, thank you.
You looked at
Photo
home.
looked real, actually.
It felt good. Yeah. I used to go into the prisons a lot. I did prison ministry. So I have been behind bars quite a few times.
Really?
That's right. Yeah, for about
That's
2
cool.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Pretty
something
neat.
you never know, and then the nugget gets dropped on the dinner table.
There you go.
No, that's
Carbon.
interesting. Fascinating.
You have a full weekend
Man.
again?
full weekend again, man. It's been a
Oh
blast. I
gosh.
had the Express Kitchen. I had a fun night at Twin Peaks. It was back to summer bikini bash. That was a very fun time. Had that. We did visit with the folks from Broadway in Wichita. They announced their new lineup. So me and Brooklyn did swing by. We got to find out all about what's coming next season. And then we also got to see the Share Show. So absolutely phenomenal. The Share Show was amazing. The costuming, the storyline, all of that was, man, absolutely loved it. There was a new decorating business downtown, Grayton. They had their big ribbon cutting, and then it's wedding season. So I've kicked off a new group with the Wichita Event Company. So I'm have other DJs working events. So on Saturday there were 3 weddings and a prom that me and the crew were covering, which is kind of terrifying for me, but also like wonderful. Like I used to just say, no, I'm booked, but now I'm like, no, I'm booked, but I got a guy and we've got a whole team. So I had a wedding up in just outside of town in Colwich. Someone else was down at Pulliam Farms. Someone else was doing a prom at the dock hangar. So like very cool, anxiety inducing. I like to be in control, but it was a really good time, really good weekend, lots of fun events.
So are you booked out pretty far in advance now that the season's hit?
I've got a lot on the calendar. There's holes in it though. So, I mean, like it's normally we get a big pop at the beginning of spring. So right now for the next couple of weeks, yes. But then June, July, August, dies off. Typically, a lot of things come in for like a lot of corporate and things like that. But then September, October, once again, pretty full. So, I mean, I've got my furthest out booking right now. I think I have one wedding that someone booked me already for 2027. So, I mean,
Wow.
it's never too
Nice.
early, but you know.
All right. Upcoming events. So Thursday, tomorrow, kicks off Midwest Wine Fest. Tomorrow's the outside event where you're out in the old town square drinking wine, going from place to place. And then the second part is Saturday, May 3rd with the grand tasting, the auctions, all the fun stuff. Saturday, May 3rd is also Blood Orchard's Vintage Market and Southside Food Truck Rally. It's the monthly event they do at the beginning of every month. Also on Saturday is the St. Mary Orthodox Christian Church Mediterranean Festival. Has anybody ever been to this one? It is one of the longest running events. It's been going on for almost like 90 years.
Yeah.
You go in and get Mediterranean dishes. You can pre-order them. So if you're interested, go check that out.
I'll be there this weekend.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm going to it.
I'm going to try to stop by.
I'm excited about it.
I've been the last 2 years. One event I've never been to that I'm going to check out for the first time is Tacos and Tequila at the Wichita Boathouse. It's also this Saturday. You said it's a good time, Carbon?
Yes, 100%. Always a good time.
This is a free family event, so you can bring anybody there. Check it out. There is a ticketed option to try all the tequilas. I'm definitely in for that one. Saturday, May 3rd as well is Playing Across the Parks. This is an event that features the musicians of the Wichita Symphony. It's free and open to the public. The cool thing about this one is it takes place at 6 different parks in Wichita. So each different park has a different, musician playing there. So you can enjoy music, bring the family, relax outdoors. Hopefully the weather's nice because Wichita weather's been pretty crappy with the wind or the cold or the rain. It sucks.
Yeah,
it's been sporadic. That's for sure.
Yeah.
One day it's beautiful, the next it's not.
Who wants to hype up Great Strides Walk?
Yeah, man, I'm going to be there with Courtney. So Great Strides Walk for cystic fibrosis. It's going to be a wonderful time. I'm super excited to be there. I have not done anything yet over at Exploration Place since they've done the new amphitheater. So I'm really stoked to be there. But it's Walk for Cystic Fibrosis. Courtney Waves is going to be co-hosting with me. So I'll be doing the soundtrack and get to walk it out for a really good cause. So really good time at Exploration Place on Saturday.
And if you're still looking to get out on Sunday, it is Open Streets No More. So the second installment of the Open Streets event takes place over in North Wichita. That's going to be a good time. And then Star Wars nerds.
Oh man, may the 4th be with you. I'm going to be swamped with weddings.
Oh yeah.
I've got we've got 3 weddings on a Sunday. Why? Because it's May the 4th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are they all Star Wars weddings?
All 3 of the ones on that date are all
nice.
They're all themed up. So
how do you do 3 weddings in a day? Seriously?
No, I've got a team of guys now. I've got other guys, DJ Magnum, DJ Panda, Zeb the DJ. So I've got other guys that have really experienced that I now book for and such. And then one of the guys is actually going to be over at Shields because they're having their Ladies Night Spring Shopping event on May the 4th. So Shields is doing the shopping event. So we'll be providing the soundtrack for that as well. So I'll be doing, I've got, there's multiple DJs, multiple setups, multiple things.
I love that.
We run around like crazy and have a lot of fun.
So do people
Very
dress up?
Babysitter's Club.
Do they dress up like Star Wars characters then? Like Darth Vader and Luke?
For the weddings?
Yeah.
I don't know the full detail. I believe for one of them there will be the wedding party will all have lightsabers that the couple will walk under for the wedding. You know what I mean? Like you got that. I actually have like one of the sets that I have. So I do creative, there's a thing called tone play when you DJ, which is where you take the notes from one song to play another. So if you listen to the notes from Usher, dun 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 dun. If you rearrange those notes, you can go dun 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 dun. So you can play the Imperial March using the notes of Usher's "Yeah." So
that's cool.
Got a very clever thing, and I don't think anyone's going to be ready for it. But yeah, they're gonna be like, "Wait, what?"
That's so good.
So, yeah.
We need a video.
All right.
So
Challenge accepted. We'll record that part.
I'm a little rusty on my Star Wars stuff because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I've seen the movies. But Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker are brother and sister, right?
Correct.
Facts.
But did they kiss or something like that? and not realize.
She kissed him to make Han Solo jealous, but it was before they knew they were brother and sister.
So does anybody dress up like as Luke and Princess Leia for the wedding?
I don't know what they're gonna wear yet. I mean, I didn't go over.
Well, I'm saying, have you
decisions.
done Star Wars weddings before?
I have. Yes.
And
they mostly dress up like Jedis, right? Like the grooms dress up as Jedis, and that's what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it very rarely is it a full-on cosplay. It's more the accessories is what I see. You'll see some more of the lightsabers and things like that, but there's still more traditional wedding dress. But it's just the overarching theme for entrance music and exit music and some of those things. So the cake toppers, those. So it's more the undergoing theme, but not a full-on cosplay event is what I've seen.
Does R2-D2 come as a ring bearer?
He should. That'd be awesome.
I have not seen that yet, but that would be legit. Or you go to new school, get a little BB-8 on a remote control, wheeling up the rings up there. Yeah, I'm here for this.
That'd be cool.
TKG, are you a Star Wars fan?
I've seen all of them. I'm probably like you. I appreciate it. I do love that theme music, but I mean, I'm okay not watching it. It's whatever.
Yeah, my wife and I, we walked out to the throne room song at the end of episode 4, which was the original Star Wars. One of her friends played it on the piano. So if you didn't really know the song, you didn't get it. But a lot of my nerd Star Wars friends were like, "Oh, that's so cool." So yeah, it was pretty awesome.
It is an iconic score by John Williams for all the movies. Yes.
All right, rounding out the events. Next Saturday, May 10th, it's Ball Crawl. This pub crawl supports Beauty and Beast. There's raffles, day drinking, music, good times for all the animals. And then the week after that, May 17th, is HeritageFest. Oh, we got a guest. All right, our next guest at the Wichita Dinner Table is Megan Schapaugh with the City of Andover. How you doing, Megan?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Great.
Sounds like Andover's got a big new event coming up Saturday, May 17th called HeritageFest.
We do, yes. We're very excited.
So what is HeritageFest for those that are unaware? Because I'm sure it's new to a lot of y'all.
Yeah, so it is our brand new event. The goal of the event is to drive tourism into Andover and into Kansas. We had the idea, it actually came from, there was a train robbery in the city of Andover back in the 1890s, which a lot of people don't know about. But there was a train robbery. It happened while a lot of the town was at an ice cream social at the United Methodist Church. So we're kind of playing off this idea with a few like train games and train merchandise. We're going to have Cup of Yo out there serving some frozen yogurt to kind of play into the ice cream social. So it's just kind of going to be a fun event to highlight some of Andover's history.
TKG, were you around when that train robbery took place?
Oh my God.
I was at the
He's
social.
anonymous.
What were you doing at the social? You don't eat ice cream. What were you doing there?
Getting good with God. Getting good with God.
I mean, enough time has passed now that you're probably clear from all wrongdoings.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, so the event takes place Saturday, May 17th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So where is this at exactly?
Yes. Yeah, so it is at the Heritage, which a lot of people still don't know. The Heritage is the mixed-use residential retail space at the corner of Yorktown and Kellogg. So there are some apartments there, 50% capacity right now. And then we also have some different shops down beneath, like the new Livingston's Cafe that opened this fall. Trying to think of what else. Social Tap's coming this summer.
Opening up there.
Okay.
So good. Yeah.
Wow. So we're really
That's wonderful.
excited. So it's an event to try to highlight this space because there's also a park there. It doesn't have equipment or anything for kids to play on, but there's some water features and walking paths for people to check it out. So we're just excited to host an event out there.
Very cool.
And so for those who are still unfamiliar with that area, that's pretty much, I would say, across the street, basically, from the Andover Y.
Yes.
Within-
Yes.
So like on the north side of Kellogg?
Yes.
Like
Okay.
across. Perfect.
Got it.
And for those that don't know, they also have live music there. So I saw the Haymakers will be there, Diamond W Wranglers.
Yep. We'll have some old timey music going on throughout the day. We're going to have a kids corral where kids can pan for gold, do old sack races, egg and spoon, just some of those kind of old timey games, a hoop rolling contest. We'll also have old time photos. So like those photos that you can get at Branson where you can dress up in the Western gear. Yeah.
Yes.
We're bringing in a lady from Texas to come in and do those for people. So you can have a free photo. That's all included in your free admission.
Hey, dinner table family, a photo op right
do
there.
A photo op there.
Yes.
I've been meaning to get one of those old timey photos since I started growing out this mustache. So it's only right.
Dude.
When's the last time
so
everyone?
cool.
When's the last time everyone's done a sack race? I don't think I've done one in my adult life.
Elementary school.
Oh gosh, I'm going to say about 10 years ago. It was part of a scavenger hunt group activity thing. Yeah,
that's fun.
Shenanigans.
Very Brady bunch of you.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So will there be food at the event?
There will be food. Yes, we're partnering with Livingston's Cafe, so they'll be open their regular hours. I think they're open 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. And we're hoping that they'll do some extra things like serve some special pies, do biscuits and gravy, all that fun old-timey food. I've heard word that the popcorner's coming as well, and Boone's Pickens to serve some beer rocks. So yeah.
That's great.
Popcorner is actually an original Andover business that started in Andover back in the day, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the 1800s.
Something like that, right? Close enough.
Yeah.
And this
That's
event,
a lot of fun.
This event is free to the public.
Yes.
So,
yes, everything's free other than your food. You'll obviously have to buy your food. We'll also have social tap out there. I'm not sure I mentioned that, but they'll have beverages that you can purchase. But yeah, the ice cream, that's all free. But any additional food that you need to purchase will cost. And then we'll also have a candy/old time candy merchandise shop where you can purchase things inside that shop as well.
Awesome.
Megan, is there something that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so stoked to see this come to? I mean, obviously it's new, but like, are you looking forward to one specific thing?
I'm just really looking forward to having people out there in that space because I do think it's a hidden space. I think a lot of people still think that it's under construction when you drive by it. So you have to pull in behind the heritage development itself and you can see how pretty it is. There's the big Heritage Man sculpture out there. It's a lot of nice green space where you can just come and pack your lunch or walk around the water. So I'm just excited to get people out there so they can start getting out there more on a regular basis.
For sure.
I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
But it's cool. So
now you learn something new, TKG.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean,
that's why we get around the dinner table.
This is a good idea because I mean, I don't mean it in a bad way, but we all pay a lot of attention, and obviously, EB knew about it, but like I go to Andover a decent amount, didn't know about it, so this will be good.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, well, Megan, appreciate you hopping on. Remember, that's Saturday, May 17th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Heritage. It's the first annual Heritage Fest.
Fun.
Awesome.
Yay.
Well, thanks again, Megan. I'll see you there.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
fun.
it.
Thank you.
Things in the community. Do you guys see that Stroud's is closing?
I
May
did.
15th is the final day. Does anybody know the last time they've been to Stroud's?
More than 10 years ago.
Same.
Yeah, I was saying I'm probably at a 5 or 6er.
Yeah.
Man.
It was when I worked at Coleman. We used to go there quite a bit for little excursions. So that would have been 12 years ago.
Yeah.
12 plus.
And another closing that we touched upon last week, Grimaldi's, as many of you know, is closed over at 1441 North Webb Road. What kind of restaurant do you think would fit in that area at 13th and Webb? They've already tried Mediterranean with Zoe's Kitchen, and that was, I think, lasted 2 years.
I think I'm going to go with the Taco Tico. Should go right there. I mean, come on.
There we go. They don't have anything like it in
The
that
most
shopping
upscale
area.
Taco Tico ever.
Right by, what is
Right.
it? It's not World Market. What is it right there?
Word Market's
Whole
there.
Foods.
Whole Foods.
Okay,
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. There we go. I'm like, they'll love you there.
I wonder, how well was it Zoe's that was
Zoe's
there
Kitchen,
before?
yeah.
Zoe's Kitchen, yep.
which I really liked. I wonder how well they did before they were a result of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know how well they were doing before, but that
Medis.
spot clearly needs
Ooh.
like a more healthy
Mm-hmm.
type place. I
Oh,
mean,
for sure. That didn't. I mean, all those nice shops
Do you
there.
think a Medis could work there?
I
Metis could
think
Yeah,
possibly
I think
yeah.
work
it'd be
there.
great.
Because you have the cocktail now. They have the cocktail bar inside there now. All the Medis.
There is a Metis right around the corner though
I
on
was going to say
Greenwich.
there's
Oh
one
yeah,
close, isn't
It's
there?
not
One.
far.
21st in Greenwich.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, look how many Mexican restaurants are within distance of each other on Broadway.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So could
Yeah.
two Medis work within less than a mile away from each other? I don't know.
Broadway isn't rocking Greenwich and Webb. Though.
Yeah.
It's different.
I just know it has to be a chain or a very well known like a Medes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to be something on the healthier side. That's
Yeah.
my opinion.
Does it have to be faster? Because you do have so many sit-down, full dining establishments. Does it make sense to
Like
be a
all
little
around
more
there.
fast casual, or instead as opposed to a
Yeah.
traditional full sit-down? I think
I
You know
think
what?
so, because you've got all the waterfront employees that
exactly.
would go over there for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So has anybody ever been to the Big Biscuit? It is a breakfast restaurant in Kansas City, or there's one in Kansas City. One's getting ready to open up out west next door to Emerson Biggins in the former Rancho Nuevo space. It's
Okay.
Oh,
pretty like
okay.
upper scale. Well, I won't say upper scale, but it's similar to like a homegrown maybe.
Okay.
Very cool place. I think something like that could work there.
Okay.
That's just my
I think
thought.
with all the other restaurants, I think if there was a spot that kind of did that dressed up brunch vibe, like a homegrown, but like some of the more, I know there's a lot of hip trendy spots that are chains that are doing a lot of the brunch to dinner type of vibe that are a little bit more casual. I think that something like that could work there too.
Or they can bring back Granite City and their brunch.
Bring back Dempsey's Biscuit Company.
Oh yeah. Well, if you have any suggestions or think you have the right business for it, contact Don Pyros with Landmark Commercial Real Estate at 316-990-0606. All right. Going from positive to negative, let's talk stick in TKG's craw. What's bugging you today, TKG?
Well, it is craw time, sort of. 736 unique restaurants, butchers, and grocery stores in 103 cities in Kansas. That's how many spots I have blogged about in the 3 years I've had this blog. When I say unique, I mean if I blogged about a spot more than once, it's only counted once. For example, I visited and blogged about Spike's Cafe in Ingalls twice. And I visited and blogged about Fiorito in Wichita 8 times. But they are each only counted once. 3 years ago, this past Sunday, I started TKG. But what most of you do not know is that I started this even before. In 2020, on my personal page, I started posting about spots I was checking out. I was really worried about amazing restaurants closing. And I had a job and a situation that afforded me the opportunity to do my little part. But anyway, I started the blog, and I don't do this full time. I don't do this part time. I just do it for fun. I love meeting the people. I love interacting with the followers. I love my friends that I met along the way, not you guys. But the truth is, I've thought about just saying, that was good. I'm done. Many times. There are plenty of other bloggers out there nowadays. But you know what keeps me going? 4 things. First, you, the followers. I love the people that give me guff. Second, there are a lot of spots in small towns that I get to hit up that others frankly do not. Third, there are businesses or organizations that I think I make or have made a difference for. But that's probably just me having a savior complex. And fourth, and finally, my friends in the blogger community that I love. So, to my blog anniversary. Some peeps call it a blogiversary. Whatever. I guess that's what's in my craw. Back to you, Eddie.
What happened to the real TKG?
Oh,
Who took you?
Decidedly less stick and craw.
Oh my gosh!
Man,
Wow.
it's turning over a new leaf.
I know.
Well, you know, I
Did
do
you watch
my
Old Yeller
stick.
this weekend?
Hey, just two things. First of all, I do my craw on Sundays, and that's when I have my 3-year.
yeah.
Number two, I didn't say who are bloggers that I love. Okay, so nobody get a big head at the dinner table.
Well, I know it's
you
not
know.
me. Come on.
It damn sure isn't Troy.
I hate you too. It's all good.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
funny enough, I was following TKG when it started, and he was writing about this Doug stuff, and it was like new, and I was like, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" And I started
said
reading
the
more
same
of it,
thing.
and I'm like, "Okay, this guy's got a little bit of a sense of humor," and so I reached out to him.
Little.
And I was like, "Hey, let's go grab some lunch sometime. I'd love to meet, and just chat." So we had lunch, and we met at Jinya Ramen Bar in downtown.
my
It was
gosh.
actually the soft opening. I was like, "Hey, you want to come check out the soft opening with me?" And so I meet him, and instead of we had a four top. It's my first time meeting him. Instead of sitting across from me and having an eye to eye conversation, he decided to sit next to me. He was a side sitter. And
Wow.
it was my first
That
time.
says a lot.
Yeah,
That says
first
a lot.
time meeting this guy, and he
That's
sits. He
awesome.
doesn't choose to sit. He just sits next to me. And I remember I texted Megan like, so I'm meeting this guy for lunch, and he's just like sitting right next to me, and it's just I don't know. It's just like I like some space, and like how I can't make eye contact with this guy because that guy looked to my side, and I was like,
Hey,
Please
the
take-
first
was
time
it
I
at
had
least
lunch,
chairs and not a booth? Was it chairs and not a booth?
it's a
Or
four
was it a
top
booth?
table with a
Okay.
square table with a chair, and yeah, just not across from me like a regular conversation, just right
Dude,
next
if
to
it
me.
would have been a booth, that would have been awesome.
I would've
That's what
got
I'm
it.
saying. If it was a booth, I'm dead.
well, the
I
first
just
time I had
trapped him
lunch
on the
with
inside.
foodie, we sat right next to each other, but it was like at a big foodie event. So
Wait, I sat next to you?
you
You're
sat
saying?
right next to me, like right here, and you were like, "Dude, are you filming?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. Are you okay with being in my
Dude.
video?" And you were like, "Just as long as like I'm not all the way in your video." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, dude. You're not."
And then I was.
And then you were.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, if you ever have lunch with TKG, just FYI, he is a side sitter.
There's nothing wrong with a side
I'm not
sit.
saying there
It needs
is.
to come
I'm
back.
just warning.
It's just more intimate.
I don't know. It's
It's a
just like
bold statement.
yeah, it's a bold thing. Like there's certain things, like if I'm eating lunch with someone, like I'll sit across from them so we can make eye contact and talk. If I'm in the
Yeah.
men's restroom and there's like 4 urinals and there's one guy in the far left one, I'm gonna go to the far one opposite from him, or like leave like a little spacer. I just feel like that's kind of like the code.
It's almost like it's a stick in your craw. I mean,
It is
Yeah.
side sitters. You know what's bugging me today? People
Side
who
sitters.
don't give you space at the lunch table or dinner table.
Sometimes don't you guys do, social experiments just to kind of see how somebody else is going to react?
No, but
All the
you
time.
obviously do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eddie and I do.
Yeah, for those that don't know, TKG is actually recording this right next to me. His desk is immediately to my left.
Eddie, if you're in danger, blink twice.
Okay, online shoutouts. Kara Weens wants to shout out her birthday and local Zumba instructor, Sydney Logan. She celebrated her birthday this past Sunday, and she also encourages everyone to check out her Zumba class, Sydney's that is, on Saturday mornings at the Northwest Y. Courtney Wilson wants to pass along the theatrical performance of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the musical, at the Independent School by Triple Threat Theater. Performances are on May 2nd and 3rd. We'll throw the flyer on the screen. Jennifer Jones wants to let you all know that Mega Pines Golf opens this week. This is a new outdoor mini golf venue in Andover. I have not checked it out. Plan to soon. Carbon, I need my rematch in putt-putt. I know you demolished me.
Game on. Let me know. Let's go.
Yeah.
New place out there.
Or
Let's do
who
it.
knows? Annette's actually the reigning champ of all games, so she might.
Oh no.
That's right. I think we need to. I think we need to do something again. I mean, Eddie, you missed the last
I do.
go
I
round.
need to show the skill set. But
We could get something set up for all of us to be there, and then you not show up, Eddie.
Well, I still want someone like when I'm putting, someone like standing right next to me immediately, like shoulder to shoulder while I'm putting.
It's all right. He won't do that. He'll be too ready to leave once we get there.
Guys,
we
we're on
done
hole
yet? Are we
one.
done yet?
Are we ready? Are
Are
we
we
done
done
yet? Morgan Wall wants to shout out Coact, Kansas, who is hosting their annual drag brunch at the Cotillion Sunday, May 4th. Last year, this event raised $13,000 for the Family Crisis Center. Very cool. And then lastly, Drew Howard wants to give a shout out to nurses and doctors. He spent 6 days in the hospital with what he called the nicest people. He made it a point to thank them for what they do. Drew, happy you're at the hospital. And yeah, definitely always worthwhile shout outs to modern day heroes. All right,
Yep.
What's good in Wichita? I'll start. I want to shout out the Genesis Foundation. I saw this in the news last week. This is a local nonprofit who donated a pair of brand new shoes to every student at Colvin Elementary School. I actually went to preschool here, or kindergarten, so it's almost like my alma mater in a way. The nonprofit donated 2,000 pairs of shoes last Thursday and measured the feet of 600 kids to ensure they were a good fit. So imagine going to school and every kid getting a new pair of shoes. That's really cool.
That's pretty sweet.
All right, TKG.
I want to give a shout out, and you're going to be surprised, but to the Wichita Animal Shelter. Very controversial, and obviously I'm very involved in, not involved, but passionate about the rescue world. But Wichita Animal Shelter started a Facebook page recently, and it's kind of surprising they didn't already have one. But it's not this is not a critique. This is a shout out that they started a Facebook page, and so they're posting about the animals that are coming in, which is great because those animals only have so much time. So I just want to shout them out for trying to engage in the community.
Awesome. Troy.
Yeah, I want to shout out a nonprofit called Faith Builders. Have any of y'all heard of Faith Builders before? No. Well, they provide different care for families and mostly kids. And my wife has really gotten involved with it recently, and so it's very new to me. But what they're doing is pretty amazing. They have like a warehouse, clothes and things for kids. They have a food pantry. They have school ministry. They have respite care for families, like if like teen moms need help or just need time to recoup and do things. They have respite care to where other people like watch their babies and children for them, and it's just a really cool ministry. And they have mentoring for those teen moms and things. And so I just want to put it out there because I didn't really know about it until we started helping out. But it's Faith Builders, and it's beafaithbuilder.org if something like that interests you at all. So, but it's a really cool ministry they got going on, helping people out, especially kids. So
I love good cause helps the kids out in the community.
Yeah.
All right, Carbon.
In a week of running around like crazy and doing way too many things, I just wanted to give a shout out to those people that are out there having a dialogue in a world where we've got walls up and we start tearing stuff down real quick on socials. Having a dialogue and knowing people and not judging them based off of one view or another view or all these things. And oh man, it's tough. It's really tough. And I like to judge people on character, on themselves, but sometimes they make it difficult with some of the posts and rants that I see. I'm like, I struggle to separate them sometimes, but I do my best to do so. And I really have a lot of respect for those people that have those relationships and don't put up these walls based off of certain things and can try and understand some people. I know it's very easy to march and rally around a cause and say, oh, if you're not with me, you're against me. And in a world like that, it's really tough. I know we've got a lot of it, and I hate the whole politicizing of everything, but man, I just enjoy having dialogue, and I've got to have a handful of those this past week. agree to disagree with some people, and that's fine. But to actually have a conversation and say,
Yeah.
we're both good people, and that's okay that we disagree on this specific thing. And that's discussion, it's dialogue. And the people that are willing to do that, as opposed to just ripping their hair out, heads on fire, that say, no, you're with me or not, and that's it, I can't deal with you. And we get more and more of those. So I'm just very thankful for those that are willing to have a discussion, have a dialogue, and be willing to agree to disagree and not tear a person down because of that. So I had a few of those this week, and I'm just like, man, I really appreciate a good discourse. And I'm thankful for those. So for those that were on the other side of those conversations, thank you. And to those of you that may not have been, be open for it. It's a beautiful thing.
I totally agree. And
I agree. Yeah.
I'm going to shout out TKG on that note, because there's a lot of times, like, I'll just text him randomly about just world issues, things I'm seeing, like, help me understand this, because, he's way smarter than I am when it comes to that stuff. And sometimes I may agree, sometimes I don't agree or whatever, but we're able to have a good, healthy conversation about things, and he opens my eyes to a lot of things. Thanks.
Wow.
Thanks, TKG.
This is a nice day.
I know. This is what happens. You bring love with your stick, and this is what happens. Love breeds more love.
That's
I
right.
guess so. Oh.
All right, Annette, take us home.
How can you top that? I want to send my love to Big Brothers Big Sisters. They have like a lot of nonprofits right now, the environment with federal funding, with donations, it's kind of a lot of things are up in the air. I'm involved with the Kansas Children's Service League, and I feel like we have our concerns with, how are things looking for the future? And so I feel like nonprofits like Big Brothers Big Sisters, they're trying to navigate through it. And what I love is my husband, his work, they're doing a thing where they have a group of, like, a team of people who are raising money for the organization. And for Big Brothers Big Sisters, they help kids who face adversity. And it costs, and this is my numbers from like a handful of years ago, but I think it cost at the time about $1,000 to get a kid into the program, matched up with a big, and you would think that's a lot of money. Well, they got to do background checks. They have to do all these things to facilitate, a good environment, events, and all those sorts of things. And so I know the wait list for these programs can be pretty long, but people who contribute to an organization like that, it's so appreciated. And for all nonprofits facing these maybe challenging times as they're waiting for whatever answers they're trying to get, my thoughts are with you. But I'm excited. I usually go and raise money for them every year, but I'm rallying behind my husband and what he's doing. So I put some stuff up online if people want to go and support that, but support your cause, whether it's financially, on social, whatever it is. I feel like a lot of organizations, my fear is the future for some nonprofits in our community. These times right now can be really tough. So if we can prop them up in any way we can, that's awesome.
100%.
Yeah.
Great shout out. Great shouts today, y'all.
Yeah.
Especially you, TKG. You and your warm heart this evening. All right.
It ain't happening again.
Oh, stop. It's
Mark
happening
this day.
every week.
There we go.
It's only on Blogiversary week. That's it. That's the only time.
All right, mark it April 28th or April 30th, 2026.
Yes.
Maybe the next
Oh,
year we can
goodness.
see a smile on TKG's face. All right.
It's only every 3 years.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
Only 100
Dang.
leap years, yeah.
All right. Troy, Annette, TKG, Carbon. Always a pleasure seeing you at the table. Everyone else, thanks for watching. You've all been excused from the dinner table.
Bye.
Go enjoy
Have
some
a good one,
Taco
y'all.
Pico.